Think Entertainment. I'm back again here with another video. Second video of the day. Gotta keep them rolling for y'all, most definitely. Gotta keep them rolling for y'all. Let's talk portal. Transfer portal. A very, very wild time in college football right now. It's a lot of unexpecteds and things of that nature. I'm not surprised personally. Like I said in many other videos, everything with the NIL and just the time frame that they get as far as making their decision in the first window of the portal, I feel like that's taking a huge toll. Also, something I also mentioned before is it's not just one powerhouse anymore. It's not just the Bamas or the Texas or the Georgias. Everything is being kind of balanced out with this NIL stuff. People and these kids are going to go where the money is at. That's just the God honest truth. They got to do what's best for them in this situation and what they feel like is best for their career as far as development for some of them. Anyway, without further ado, as you can see from the thumbnail and the title, this is the top portal targets wide receiver edition. So these are going to be your top three highest wide receivers in the portal right now. And I'm going to give you a little prediction on where I feel like they'll go based upon my own opinions and some information that I looked up as far as where I feel like they're trending towards. Anyway, first and foremost, we have Dane Keith. He's out of Kentucky right now. He's a junior. So if he wanted to, he could play for one more year and then hit that league. 6'3", 210. Birthplace is Kentucky, Lexington. This year, his stats show 47 receptions, 715 yards, and 2 TDs, and he averages 15.2 yards. So definitely a top-notch player in the portal right now. I believe he's ranked at the highest. I think his ranking is number 4 out of the category of where they're ranked at. I watched some film of him myself. I feel like he's pretty good. Some schools I feel like he'll go to. Let's pull it up right here. I heard a lot about South Carolina. South Carolina has been on the uprising for sure. Those of you who actually watch college football, I feel like South Carolina is a good program overall. They have those low-key players, those low-key stars. But I feel like South Carolina will be a good landing spot for him as well. Next and foremost, we have Ole Miss. I've been seeing a lot of players commit to Ole Miss. Ole Miss seems like it's the place to be at this season. Ole Miss and Arkansas and what other schools have I seen? Those are like my main 2 that I've seen so far in this portal where a lot of kids are going. Oh, also Texas A&M here and there as well. Anyway, Ole Miss. And what was put next to this is Key's large frame and ability to catch deep passes make him a good fit for Lane Kiffin's offense. So that's why I feel like Ole Miss will be a good fit for them. Next, we got Georgia, a school that could be a good fit if Key wants to stay in the high-power offense. As y'all know, Georgia is definitely a high-power offense. I feel like if he went to Georgia, he'll start from day one. This is my personal opinion. He has that experience in that conference, so I feel like he'll come in. He already know what they expect, to be honest. So next, we have Nebraska. A lot of people has been transferring from Nebraska. Partially, I feel like that's because of I know one of their coaches just left, and I believe he went to Florida State. So a lot of them could be going to go follow him or just trying to just hit the portal for other reasons. But Nebraska's losing a lot of people, so I feel like it'd be a good place for him to step in. Dylan Raiola, he's a phenomenal quarterback. He was a freshman last year. Did pretty good. I feel like he'll be able to give him the ball and give him those stats that he needs to get to the next level. USC, as you know, the 2 dudes we want to talk about in this video, they just lost 2 of their wide receivers. They hit the portal, so that's going to open up plenty of space for him to get in that portal and check and see what USC can offer. And USC is also a high-powered offense as well. I don't know who their quarterback is going to be next year as of yet. I know Miller Moss has left, so just waiting to see where they're going to pull from as far as a quarterback. So that could all play a a role and a factor into his decision making if he did so choose, to go there. Next, I have Miami. They've been losing a lot of wide receivers as well. I know they just lost one of their wide receivers. And then Cam Ward's not going to be there next year, so I'm really curious as what their quarterback situation is going to look like. But I still feel like Miami is another school that has that high-power offense that I feel like he can fit into, depending upon who the quarterback is going to be next year, which I'm very, very curious to find out who that's going to be. But he's the number 4. I did look it up. He's the number 4 top receiver in the portal, so I was right. Shout out to me. So just waiting to see what decision he's going to make. He could literally be making his decision as I'm speaking on this video right now. You never know. But I'll keep y'all updated with that information for sure. Next, we have Zachariah Branch. Many of y'all know him. Many of y'all have been waiting for him to hit the portal. Many of y'all knew who he was before he even jumped into the college. Definitely curious to see where he's going to go. I wanted him to come to my Colorado Buffaloes, but I don't know if it's trending that way at all right now. I haven't heard any word in regards to him coming to anywhere, Colorado, anything. So, but you never know what's going to happen. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope that we do get him. It'd be a good addition to our team. I know that we're looking for speed, which gets me to the next thing I'm going to talk about. So, first and foremost, Zachariah Branch, wide receiver. He's a sophomore, so he will have 2 more years of eligibility after this season. 5'10", 175. He's a speedster, though. So, if anybody has watched him, know he got wheels for sure. 47 receptions, 503 yards this season, 1 TD. Not the best year. I don't know if he played this whole year at all. So just keep an eye out on him. These are some schools I have in mind for him, though, from my source. On threes, Pete Nichols said Florida, Georgia, Miami, Michigan, and Oklahoma are the other early contenders for Branch, who entered the transfer portal on Tuesday, along with his younger brother Zion, who's a safety for USC. So I'm wondering and curious to see if his brother's going to try to follow him and go where he goes. So that means they'll have to go to a place that would need a safety as well as a wide receiver. I'm surprised Oregon wasn't in that mixture. I would have thought he would have went to Oregon. That's somewhere I can definitely see him going myself personally. Out of that list, I feel like some good fits for him might be – I can see him at Miami, and I can see him at Oklahoma out of this list. So let's keep an eye on that to see if he'll trend over to those schools, or hopefully he might trend over to my school as well, which is Colorado Buffaloes. But I'll keep an eye out on him. He just hit the portal, so he got a lot of time to figure out where he wants to – well, not really a lot of time because this window is about to close. So, but many dudes already know where they're going to go when they hit the portal. So, I'm sure he has a plan of where he's going to go. Next up, we have his teammate, which is Deuce Robinson. Many of y'all probably heard of him too. He's also a sophomore, 6'6", 220 pounds, out of Phoenix, Arizona. 23 receptions this season, 396 yards, 5 TDs, and 17.2 yards at the catch. Some schools that I looked up that he might have in mind, and some schools that I felt like would be good schools for him to fit into and play early. Definitely Arizona. I looked up some research and found out he was actually from Arizona, so that may be a contributing factor. So he could be trying to go home, play closer to home, so that his family can get to his games. You just never know what's driving these young men to make the decisions to do. I know Arizona is doing very, very well this season. As you can see, they're in the playoffs. With their quarterback, Sam Levitt, he had a breakout season this year, and Kenny Dillingham is a phenomenal coach. Colorado was supposed to get him at a point in time to be a coach. We didn't do that. He ended up taking a head coaching position in Arizona, and ever since he's been snapping. He's been going crazy. So shout out to Arizona still, Sun Devils, but I could definitely see him going here out of everything on this list. I feel like that would be a perfect fit for him overall. He'll still have 3 years of eligibility remaining as well. So we'll see. Next school I had in mind is Alabama. You have Kendrick Law, Kobe Patience, and Caleb Odom, who's trending over to the Colorado side, and I'm kind of happy about that. I feel like Alabama could be a good school for him. They produce a lot of good wideouts. Definitely had a lot of top-notch wideouts that's going to be entered into the draft this year, and still producing a lot of good wideouts, such as Ryan Williams and people of that. So I feel like Alabama will also be a good fit for him, and that's also dependent upon who Alabama picks up in this portal. Like, you just never know who's going to go. They do have a lot of people hitting the portal, as well as moving on to that next level. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Next school I had in mind was Oregon Ducks. You never know, Zachariah Branch and him might have something under the table that they're working on. So to the point where they could be trying to transfer to another school together. As you know, even though there hasn't been any talks about Zachariah Branch going to Oregon, it's still in my mind. I still feel like that would be a good school for him to fit in that. So just keep an eye out on that. Especially with wide receivers like Tez Johnson and Trayshawn Holden will be out of eligibility this season. They'll be heading off to NFL. I feel like that can make room for more wide receivers to come in of his caliber, as well as Evan Stewart is also. I don't know. He hasn't yet. He could be entering that NFL draft as well, so that could open up another spot as well. So, as we know, Oregon looks for speed, and I feel like it'd be a good fit for him overall. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where these three young men land in these next couple of days. Just keep an eye on it. I will keep y'all updated with these updates for sure. Yeah, if y'all have any questions for me, y'all have any comments for me, y'all have any questions that y'all want me to look into coming into the next video, just let me know. I don't mind doing it at all whatsoever. I enjoy doing this stuff 100%. But I appreciate everybody and everybody supporting this channel. If you're new to this channel, leave a comment, like, share it out to whomever you like to. I'm up and rolling now, so I'm glad I can get this information for y'all. Other than that, that's all I got. Y'all have a rest of y'all blessed day. Have a blessed rest of y'all day. Whew, I'm a little tired. Yeah, I get with y'all next time.